Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. This is the first cruising video of 2020 and as you can see the weather is absolutely lovely. We're just leaving Wardle Lock on the Shropshire Union Middlewich branch and we're heading towards the Trent and Mersey canal, which is just on the other side of that bridge. For my 2020 videos, hopefully you should notice some improvements to the sound. Firstly, the engine rattle. I've managed to tighten the engine mounting bolts which were loose, and so I should have quietened that right down now, so my engine should sound nice and quiet. And secondly, I'm still using the same high quality sound recorder I've always used, but I've got a new microphone for it now, which records pretty much in the same way that our ears hear sounds, and so if you listen through headphones, the sound that you hear should be quite three-dimensional. So we're in the town of Middlewich, and if I turn left on this other side of this bridge, it'll take me up to Northwich. We've already done that, so this time I'm going to turn right and head in the direction of Stoke-on-Trent. In a moment I'll show you a map of where we are, but first I've got to make a very sharp turn. Over to the right we have a lone water point, and as you can see there's a busy road that runs very close and parallel to the canal, and it does so for quite a long way. This means that I'll have to travel quite a way to get away from this road, because it will be an unpleasant place to moor up, and also it would be very dangerous for the cats. The other thing that I'm not looking forward to is that between Middlewich and Stoke-on-Trent there are a lot of locks, and they're all going uphill, and quite a few of them are particularly difficult and dangerous for lone boaters. I'll tell you more about that as we progress in the journey. This first lock just ahead is not too bad. This is King's Lock, but before we go through it, let's have a look at the map. The white marker indicates the trip's start point on the Shropshire Union Canal, and it joins on to the Trent and Mersey, which is the light blue line, and we will be heading downwards, heading south towards the bottom of the map, and this is the complete journey all the way down to the trip end point at the very bottom of the map there. On the way you notice that red line is the busy main road. It changes sides but does remain very close to the canal for quite a long way. Every lock on this trip, and almost every lock on the entire journey down to Stoke-on-Trent, was set against me, so I had to let the water out of each lock before I could go in. There were some really big lorries going across this little bridge. It doesn't look strong enough to me, but obviously it must be. There's a lot of swans in Middlewich. Do you notice how much quieter my engine sounds? Let's hope it stays that way. Place names that end in wich, like Middlewich or Northwich, that's W-I-C-H, which means salt. So these were salt producing towns, and Middlewich is still pretty active in that department. What a gloomy day. It does seem to be brightening up a little bit though, but I'll be glad when I'm away from this road. This bridge is where that busy road crosses over the canal. It doesn't go away, it just runs down the other side of the canal. Unfortunately, because we're heading south, it means that my bow camera here is generally pointing towards the sun, so it means that with the video quality is not always as good as we would like it to be. Still, there's not a lot I can do about that. Lots of new houses being built. Who would want to live next to that road? The good news is that from this point onwards we're starting to move away from that busy main road now, so things will gradually start to quieten down a bit and get a bit more peaceful. I've had quite enough of locks for one day. They've all been set against me. This is the last one I'm going to do. There's no more locks for a while now, not until we get to Wheelock, but I'm not going to go that far today. I'm going to moor up somewhere quite close to here really. I'll just get past these moored boats and then we'll moor up for the day. The concrete edges of the canal do worry me a bit, because if a cat falls in it wouldn't be able to get out again. I do put planks into the water so they can climb out, but even so. Anyway, thank you for watching. In the next video we'll carry on to the village of Wheelock. So until then, thank you very much and I'll see you next time.